Alright, this call is to the Vicksburg Police Department. It's May 21st, 2025. I'm going to call the Vicksburg Police Department and tell them what happened on July 13th, 2024, in hopes that they create a police report finally. This was needed for the Attorney General, one of my cases. Hi, yeah, I'm trying to create a police report. I'm out of state now. I'm not able to do that, but it's for something that happened back in Vicksburg, and I was just given some information on it back on April 25th. So, what's the best way for me to go about creating the police report with you guys since I'm out of state now?
Hold on 1 second. You're fine, sir. This is the non-emergency line.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to create a police report for something that happened last year in Vicksburg, but I'm out of state now. I live out of state, so I don't know what the best way to go about doing that is, but I guess I was transferred to you.
What's the address, sir?
The address where it happened.
The location it happened.
I was abused at 3908 Halls Ferry Road, Vicksburg, Mississippi 39180.
Alrighty, give me just a second. I'm going to be typing what you told me, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
Alright, what exactly happened, sir?
It's a very long, complicated story, but I called 911. I lived at 120 Nicholas Street, Vicksburg, Mississippi, and I had become injured around 7:30 a.m. I think it was. I called 911. The 911 responders, they went to my home, 120 Nicholas Street. They said they went to find me where I told them I was going to be at 3908 Halls Ferry. At the time, I had injured myself so badly. My foot was broken, my right heel, and my back, my vertebrae was smashed in 2 locations. So I couldn't get up, couldn't walk. So I told them I was going to, there's a cliff between 120 Nicholas Street and 3908 Halls Ferry. So I told them I was going to just kind of hobble my way down to 3908 Halls Ferry in the back lot area. It's all in the 911 transcription. When I got there, the last person I saw was Officer Cleon Butler. He was off duty. He was wearing camouflage pants and a black hoodie. And I think I was either drugged or tased after that. When I got the 911 report, it was April 25th. I got it from Jessica Cade, who's the Deputy Chief of Fire. The HIPAA information request that I made was on 11/27/2024. So Miss Stephanie Jackson, who was the paramedic, she was hiding that information. The first HIPAA report from when they actually found me at 2 p.m., she said that I had schizophrenia, which is false. It's medical fraud and identity theft, and it ties back to Cleon Butler. So I've done all the investigation. I've figured all this out. I have an AGO case, Attorney General case, and I am going to be pressing charges. But Stephanie Jackson, she withheld my HIPAA information for up until April 25th when we found it. She purposely did that because they actually they say they abandoned me in the woods, but they actually abused me for about 6 hours in a heat advisory. So Stephanie Jackson, Juliana Juve, Officer Cleon Butler, Officer Christopher Scallions, and Officer Boris Smith, and Officer Stephen Reagan. All of those people are involved, and I'm trying to create a police report for that, sir.
Yes, sir. I apologize. Can you repeat your initial address for me? Not the 3908 Halls Ferry. I want to say you said Nicholas Road.
Yes, sir. It's 120 Nicholas Street, Vicksburg, Mississippi.
I'm just typing everything you told me, sir.
Sure, no problem. I know it's a long one, so if you got questions, let me know. There were some civilians involved too, so when you get a chance, I can give you those names.
I will get those from you in just a moment, sir.
Yes, sir.
it was a really big part to type. I
Yeah,
apologize.
no problem. I understand. No problem.
Alrighty, I apologize, sir.
No problem. Are we still connected?
Yes, sir, we're still here.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Alrighty, can you go back and tell me exactly what Officer Butler did?
Yeah, so Officer Butler, he had harassed me from about 12 a.m. This all happened on 07/13/2024. From 12 a.m. to about, I think it was 4:30 or 5 a.m., he and I think Officer Stephen Reagan were harassing me. I had a run-in with them after they had abused me in the woods behind my home at 120 Nicholas Street. They had pulled me out of my home and then fabricated a crime scene. So there's a police report out there. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's the one that Cleon Butler has on me, and it's all fabricated. He pulled me out of my house, called an ambulance. He's trying to say I have schizophrenia again, and the ambulance let me go. And at that same time, I caught Officer Stephen Reagan smoking crack cocaine over by my garage. So I went to him. Once I smelled the crack, I got pretty furious. Cleon told me something about he's going to take me to Whitfield, I think. I told him I was going to sue them to get off my lawn. Went in the garage, closed the garage door, and then went out. I think it was like 5:30 to 7, somewhere in there is when I went outside, and then that's when I got injured because I saw one of the other neighbors, the neighbor that I had a run-in with earlier from 114 Nicholas. He had a gun, so that scared me. And then I saw Officer Cleon Butler and a couple other officers out in the woods. I also saw some other civilians out there. So I was trying to get away from someone chasing me with a gun, and then that's when I ran down the hill, up into a tree. I fell out of the tree. That's how I injured myself. Cleon Butler, though, he's been harassing me since March of 2023. I've been trying to turn him in. I've written plenty of DOJ excerpts about him. And the Vicksburg police, they've just been trying to cover it up.
Yes, sir, I understand. And the EMT, what did you say her name was?
Yes, sir. It's Stephanie Jackson is the paramedic, and Juliana Juve, which is Juvve. She's the EMT.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Your phone's kind of breaking
Sure.
up on me a little bit there, sir.
Yeah, it's Stephanie Jackson is the paramedic, and Juliana Juve, which is Juvve. She's the EMT.
Alright, sir, and what did you say your name was again? I apologize.
No problem. My name's Christopher Kelley, and it's spelled funny. It's Kristofer. And the last name is Kelley, Kelley.
Alley?
Yeah, that's correct.
Sorry, I'm still typing.
Oh, no problem. I
everything you're saying.
appreciate you doing this. Thank you.
Alright, sir, we are going to patch an officer through to you, okay?
Oh, wait. I'm not in Mississippi. I had to leave because of everything that happened. So after this, Mike Bryant called my therapist, and then they put me on a suicide watch. I was in a full body cast. Mike Bryant's the deputy chief of police. and he contacted my therapist Rodella Davenport on 07/18/2024, and he said that I was in a crisis. So it put me on some kind of suicide watch while I was like completely physically handicapped. I got scared to death and I had to leave. I had to flee to Washington. I'm in Washington State. I'm not coming back to Mississippi, but I'm in the process of federal charges and state charges with the Vicksburg Police Department, and because there's no evidence or oh, yeah.
That's 911. I can't actually do the police report or anything like that, so I would have to connect you with an officer so that they could try to.
Okay. Could they do it over the phone? Is that okay?
That one, I'm not entirely sure. That is going to be a question that we would have to ask the officer that gets patched through, sir.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, so just hang on for just a few seconds, okay?
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Hey, how you doing, sir? This Officer Phillips.
Hey, Mr. Phillips, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, and you?
Had better days, but things are going. Are you with the Vicksburg Police Department?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so this is going to be somewhat on the Vicksburg Police Department. It's not against you, but are you comfortable talking about that? I guess what I'm doing, I'm trying to create a police report for something that happened to me back in Vicksburg. The problem is that I don't live there anymore because I was chased out of town. So I live out in Washington now, so we'd have to do this over the phone if that's possible.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know how to, do you want me to just go ahead and start telling you my story?
I guess. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Officer Cleon Butler, do you have any of the transcription that because I just kind of told him the entire story, and then I guess he transferred me over to you. Did he type any of that out?
I'm out nowhere. I don't really know.
Okay. Well, if I talk to you, am I going to get a police report?
It depends on what are you trying to do. I don't know what your complaint is.
Okay, it's going to be against Officer Cleon Butler for harassment.
But you have to come up here and you can go to Internal Affairs and speak to them because they handle that.
Okay, but then what about for the fire department for an EMT and a paramedic?
We don't deal with the fire.
It's criminal charges though. Attempted manslaughter.
Those would be personnel issues.
Attempted manslaughter?
Sir?
It's attempted manslaughter, though. That's a personnel issue. I get that. I understand that. But, I mean, they tried to kill me. So, this is a crime.
How did they try to kill you, sir?
Okay, so they said they abandoned me. I went for a HIPAA report on 11/27/2024. This all happened on 07/13/2024. So Stephanie Jackson and Juliana Juvier, they were the EMT and the paramedics. They said they abandoned me. I didn't get the report until April 24th, 2025 from Jessica Cade, the deputy chief of fire, because Stephanie was hiding that report. The first report from when they actually found me at 2 p.m., which is they left me out there for like 6 hours where I was abused. That one said I had schizophrenia. It ties back to Cleon Butler. The last cop I saw before I was tased and jumped and drugged was Cleon Butler. He was off duty. He was in camo pants and a black shirt. So that's the last person I saw. I was abused by civilians as well as my employer. There were a lot of people involved in this, and then I was chased out of town. So that's where I'm at, and I need a police report because the Attorney General is asking for it. Because when she calls you guys are saying that this never happened and that I'm schizophrenic, and that's bullshit. So I got to get a police report, or I'm going to press charges on the Vicksburg Police Department. I really don't know what else to do,
Well, like I told told you, you can come down and...
How am I going to come down, man? I'm in Washington. You guys chased me out of
Internal
town, though. You chased me out of town, so how am I going to come down there? I'm in Washington.
I don't know, sir.
So you chased me out of town, and then you're not going to do a police report on attempted manslaughter.
Sir, let me give you a number to call.
Internal Affairs, I've been calling them. I told Captain Harris.
Try to call them again.
Okay, so what about your captain, man? Captain Edwards. I wrote him something on January 8th.
That's who Internal Affairs is. That's what
Well, I wrote it to him on January 8th, and he hasn't responded. So if you guys haven't even done an investigation to say that this never happened, you're just going to ignore it? That means you did it.
All right, sir. Anything else?
Am I going to get a police report for this?
Call 601-636-2511 and tell them to switch you into Internal Affairs.
I'm already dealing with Internal Affairs. I've been doing that since 1/8/2025.
That's all I could help you on.
So you're not going to create a police report for attempted manslaughter?
I just told you what steps you need to take, sir.
You're going to let these officers get away with attempted manslaughter. Your name is Officer Phillips? Thank you.
Sure.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Fucking bullshit. Well, now we know. Kris Kelley, Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. They won't take a police report. Over and out.